Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you, and we are joined by the United player profile for this week. It's Trent Newburn, the ace of Columbiana County, and now being known all over the Valley for his great work, not only on the bump, but at shortstop and a multi sport athlete for United. At this time, Trent, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just happy to be here.
Yeah, I would say so. And we're happy to have you because just last night, you pitched a perfect game. And just a few weeks ago, a no hitter. You just continue to build your legacy, not only in United, but in the Valley as one of the Valley's best pitchers. Talk to me about being a junior. You have so much more to grow and give. What is it like for you to be establishing at such a young age?
Uh, it's pretty crazy to think. Freshman year got canceled because of COVID, and last year I had pretty major injury. So bouncing back like that, it's kind of amazing, really.
So talk about that injury and obviously and couple in COVID, if you would. You have really been able to walk through the valley of darkness, through not having a season your freshman year and a game that you obviously love so much in baseball. You get an injury your sophomore year. What was your mentality coming into your junior year of I've got to establish myself and establish it quick?
Well, yeah. I just really had to get after it. I guess really had to put the work in. You know, Sophomore year of football tore my ACL and meniscus, and that was not very fun. So really just had to put my mind to it and get it done.
What were some of the things that you had to do on the way to recovery? Obviously, rehab, things of that nature. Were there any times that you thought, okay, this might not be as good as it was before, or did you constantly think that you'd be better off for having to go through all this adversity?
I mean, definitely through the physical therapy, it was not feeling great. I mean, granted that wasn't when I was fully healed yet, but it still was not didn't feel 100%. But uh, you know, parents and the physical therapist and all them were always pushing me and telling me it's going to be okay, and they're like even the doctors were like like you're going to be better than you were, if not the same better, and that really kind of helped me out get through it all.
So, being a multi-sport athlete, is baseball your first love, or do you have equal love for football as well? I know Coach Ogilvy's probably looming somewhere, so you got to be careful.
Well, I've played baseball longer than I have football, but I'd say baseball is probably up there, higher than football a little bit.
So, was it
But
tough for you to have a football injury and lose baseball your sophomore year?
yes, that was very tough. Yeah, I didn't play any high school. I got to play summer ball a little bit, but not high school. So that was kind of tough to go through. But
So that first time that you really trusted that knee, talk to me about, were you skeptical when you got out there on the field of okay, is this going to go well? Was it your plant leg or which leg was it?
yeah, it was my plant leg. It was
Wow.
definitely very nerve wracking, I guess you could say. But once I got the nerves out, it wasn't bad at all.
So
Felt
you play
much
for
more.
the Stark Raiders, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you go all the way over and play for Stark, but your home obviously is with United in school season. What's the difference in competition now? And I'll preface this and say when people think of the EOAC, they don't think of Premier Baseball, but you're proving them otherwise in the talent that you have. And I think there was three no hitters last night, two in the EOAC. Obviously, you being one of them, and Jackson Brewer at Wellsville. Um, is the EOAC building back into the baseball world?
Uh, I sure hope so. I mean, I feel like baseball is, especially around here at least, is like kind of almost forgotten about. Not necessarily like it's not as big as football, I should say, around
Sure.
here. Now, like don't get me wrong, football is a great sport, but I feel like there are some kids out there that truly love baseball, and I feel like it's making a comeback. It's pretty nice to see.
Trent, do you feel like there's some pressure for guys like you and Jackson and some of these younger guys to put that on your back and essentially say, hey, baseball is a really good sport too, and baseball is going to be back in the EOAC not just this year, but for years moving forward.
Um, I try not to think of it like that. I mean, just try and do your thing, I guess. I try not to put too much pressure on myself personally, but I just try to, just play loose and yeah, carry
So
on.
when you were looking at on the bench last year, how did that teach you to be a better leader for today and for next year, by not necessarily having to have the pearl in your hand?
Um, yeah, I mean, not playing or doing anything, just sitting there, I was cheering everybody on every game. I mean, obviously couldn't do anything. I was on crutches for half the season, but, just being there for everybody and cheering them on really, I feel like it really helped me develop into the leader that I am today.
So talk to me about what kind of leader you are. I mean, obviously you get it done on the field as we've seen
Yeah.
this year. What kind of things do you do off the field and especially as a junior to not overstep your bounds to the seniors, but essentially, be assertive and say, "Hey, listen, I have a share of this too."
Yeah. I try not to be extremely strict and not like strict, but like a mean person, I guess. I try to make it like, loose. Like I think of baseball as being like a loose sport. Like you play, loose, like everything. And I try to just make it like fun almost and try to have fun doing it. So like if I'm trying to help somebody out, I always like, I'm always like laughing or anything, like smiling like that. And just try to play it loose. And I feel like that helps better rather than just like, yelling at somebody. But yeah, I just try to make it fun, I guess.
Who's kind of your the player that you model yourself after on the field?
Um, there's a couple. Um, one that really stands out to me is I don't like giving him too many pointers, but my brother, freshman, he's coming up. He's caught for most of my games that I've pitched, and it's really, really stood out to me, I guess, because it's not too easy being a freshman coming up playing varsity ball, and I just think that's pretty cool what he's doing.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Are there any pros out there that you keep your eye on and say, okay, this guy, I like his demeanor, I like the way he finishes with a fastball or anything like that?
Um, Not necessarily a pitcher, but I love watching Bryce Harper. I love watching his mentality that he has and seeing the different podcasts and all that stuff that they talk about him and all that stuff. I actually just watched one the other day, but I just love how he plays. And yeah,
He's a very superstitious cat. So
very.
the question to you is, what are some of your weird superstitions that maybe nobody knows about that you go through on a regular basis?
Um, I don't really know. Um, I'm not extremely superstitious, but I do have a couple on the field. Um, One, I always throw my throwing partner, always the same guy, senior Tyler Dickens, always throw with him. But I try not to throw a whole lot before I pitch. I know a couple guys like to long toss before they pitch and stuff like that, but I just try to, get loose, like warm up a bit. I don't try to overdo it before the game. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. So there's no like pregame meal that you have to eat or postgame meal that you have to eat. Nothing like that.
No, I just kind of go with the flow, I guess.
All
I
right, speaking of flow, by the way, look at the flow. Give me a little turn on that. Look at the flow coming out of the back of that hat. Is that how long did it take to get that baby going?
It took a while. That was back when quarantine started. I didn't get a haircut, and it was just a big mop. And I was like, it's baseball season. I've been seeing videos of everybody like, let's get a mullet. Looks cool. And yeah, I just kind of stuck with it.
I like it. Does your brother have a mullet too?
Yeah, he does.
As a catcher, he's got a mullet?
He does.
Oh my goodness. All right, the mullet twins. I like it.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at 20 years ahead, do you think you're going to look back at pictures of you with a mullet and just shake your head?
I don't know. I've had people ask me that. I'm not really sure because I like it. I mean, with a hat on, I think it looks pretty cool. But I feel like we'll get a good laugh out of it when we see it.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's do some rapid fire. What do you say?
Sure.
All right, your favorite meal of all time?
Gosh. I don't know. We'll just say Pinky's Pizza. It's a place
Pinky's
up
Pizza.
here past the school.
Okay, I'm gonna have
No
to
longer
try it.
Twinkies, but it's Zeps now. But yeah, it's pretty good.
I like it. All right, so if you got one sport that you can win at other than baseball and football, what is it?
Golf,
You're a
100%.
golfer?
Yeah, me and my
What's
buddy.
the golf course right outside of United? What is that?
Eagle Pass.
Do you go there often?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Maybe we'll have to meet up, get on the
yeah,
links.
definitely.
All right, a little competition. I like it.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite go-to Gatorade or body armor or anything like that that you have to have? Like if you're going into a store, that's the one you go to.
Blackout Berry body armor.
That's
Favorite body armor.
money. My
Yep.
favorite by far. Have
Yep.
you tried the new Mamba?
Yep. Love that as well.
It's good. It's
It
really
is.
good. And by the way, we can probably get this sponsored now by Coca-Cola and Body Armor. Okay, I know you said you're not in the way of superstitions, but what thing do you have to like mentally to prepare yourself before every outing, before every pitching outing? Is there something you have to do or a song you have to listen to?
Not necessarily a song, but I have to listen to some rap. Got to get it loose and get me in my feelings. Not feelings, but like get feeling myself before I play. I can't. Big country guy, but I can't go listen to country before I pitch. It just doesn't work.
All right, well, I know United, even when I was back in the day, 2003, you guys crank out those tunes out of the press box. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's jams that I still listen to this day and cannot stop the haunting of United. Every time I hear it, Corey Manful haunts my dreams. Let's do from a standpoint of if are you a big swagger guy? Is it hat game or kick game that works better for you?
Definitely more of a hat game type of guy. Definitely swagger. I like to, like I said before, I like to play loose. I like to, like walk out there like I'm the guy, like, being just
I dig it. All right. So what is the U? We see the U and the eagle on your hat. What does the U being part of that blue and gold mean to you, Trent?
It means a lot, really. My dad and uncles graduated from here, and I've been here since kindergarten, I guess, and it's been like hearing the stories of the old great players that have came through here, and how it's just hopefully leave my mark on United. United is just such a very historical school, I should say, but it means a lot, really.
It looks like you're cranking your way through the record books. Is there anything specifically that you have your eyes set on that you want to break from a record wise for the Eagles?
Obviously I was aiming for a single season strikeout record this year. Hopefully next year I break the career strikeout records. I know that might be a little tough, only playing 2 years, but I think it's definitely manageable with all the work that I do off season and everything. But I think career is next.
Do you like? I mean, do you like the thought of possibly playing at the next level, being a college recruit and playing baseball, somewhere past the senior year?
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be awesome. Really. My pitching coach made it to the MLB, and he went to Marietta. So, I mean, really anything can happen, I guess.
Naturally, with a no-hitter and a perfecto, you're probably going to get some calls and some looks if you're not already. Is there anywhere that's caught your eye that you really like dreamt of going when you were younger that maybe it's a reality as you start to really grasp at your golden years of high school baseball?
Not really, man. I mean, when I was younger, the thought of always like, making it to the big leagues was always there, but like I never really thought about, the colleges, I guess. I don't know. Definitely when I was younger, making it to the big leagues was always a dream, but not really. I
Just
guess.
wherever is going to give you the best chance at success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when you do get to college, assuming that you go, what do you want to study?
I've always, been more of like the hands-on type of stuff. Like I can't sit in front of a computer all day. Like it's just not my thing. I've always thought, like business type stuff, doing like business, like some of the like summer jobs I've worked for, like run their business pretty well. So, and I always liked working for them, but if that can work out, that'd be awesome.
Business is always a good one to fall back on, man. No doubt, especially if your dreams are being in the major leagues. Okay, close your eyes. You're sitting in your living room with your family and friends, and your name gets called in the major league draft. What team would you love to play for?
I've always been a big Pittsburgh guy. Pittsburgh for everything.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely the Pirates. That'd be awesome.
So does that mean you're a Steeler fan too?
I am a Steelers fan.
Let's go, my guy. You just went straight up the board, my friend. Straight up the board. All right. So from that standpoint, I'm assuming you've been to Pittsburgh plenty of times. Is there a go-to that you love being, or a reason that you love Pittsburgh so much?
No, not really. I mean, I've always grown up watching Pittsburgh, especially the Steelers. Love the Steelers, but I always thought that Heinz Field was pretty cool. The river sitting there and the scoreboard, how it works. But I mean, just growing up little, always watching them, it's always been like pretty cool. The black and yellow just hits me.
Talk to me about your number. Is there a reason you wear it? Yes or no?
Kind of not. It's a funny story. I'll try to make it short, but
no,
when I've had 12 cents T-ball for a while, but it was kind of funny because I picked a number, or they had you pick 3 numbers in case one was taken, whatever, and 12 was actually my last pick. I do remember this because I put it on the paper, and they were like, people already have these. Are you okay with 12? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, I feel like 12 is a pretty, solid number. Like it's a good looking number. I was like, yeah, we'll do 12, and I have not changed since.
So you're like the Tom Brady of Columbiana County here, man. We're in the 12.
Yeah, I guess you say that.
So yeah, you are literally the Tom Brady. Like TB12, you'd be fine. Like it'd be perfect for you. All right. So, is your brother the same way? Like, is it one of those situations where, like, when you move on, since he's a freshman, will he change numbers and just take yours, or will he keep his?
I feel like he'll keep his. He's had 6 for a while. I'm not sure if there's a story behind that or not, but I feel like he'll maybe keep 6. He's been 6 for a while now, so.
I like it. All right, the last question I have for you, brother. So let's talk about just from a standpoint of people supporting you along the way. There's so many role models and mentors out there. Who has been your biggest role models and mentors along the way that you want to give a little bit of a kudos and a thank you to at this point in your career?
Definitely my parents, especially through what we went through last year with the surgery and everything, always being by my side. Another one is Matt DeSalvo, pitching coach. He helped shape my mentality a little bit. Always I'm the guy type of mentality, and I think that really helped develop me a little bit. But yeah, definitely my parents are always there for me, going through the rough time last year, but yeah, definitely helped out a lot.
There he is, the legend, Trent Newburn, one of the guys who, if you don't know him, you better, because you're going to hear his name a lot in the coming years, not only at United, but moving on to the next level, I believe. And maybe, just like his pitching coach, maybe you hear his name on a regular basis in the major leagues. Mr. Newburn, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you, and keep on keeping on, man.
Thank you for having me.